Hey there, BookTube. Noah. Everyone who reads it must converse is the channel. Happy Tag Tuesday. So, I was tagged by my boy over at I Ain't Finna Read That in a tag called the Chocolate Book Tag. This is an old tag, so I was thinking about tagging people or something. We'll see at the end how it goes. This is a cool tag, just all centered around our favorite sweet, right? Chocolate. You can use it in so many things. Number one is Dark Chocolate, a book that covers a dark topic. And this was tough because, I mean, any fiction that I read that I really get into, there's an element of darkness to it just because, art imitates life, right? And life is hard. But this is a seriously dark one. I went with old Chuck Palahnuik. This is Snuff. And Snuff is a very dark book, as you can tell probably by the title. So we are backstage on we are backstage at a porn shoot, and all we meet are males. That's all that's backstage, right? And there is like 600 of them. So I'm sure you can guess which type of shoot it is, and it is very dark and very messed up, and you only meet the characters by their number. We don't get any names in this book, just by their number. And it is we get a series of stories, a bunch of different whys and who's there kind of stuff, and it is very off-putting, to say the least, and very, very dark. So there we go. Number one. Number two, that's what kind of tag this is, guys. Number two, White Chocolate. Favorite light or humorous read. So, I don't have much, like, just comedy on my shelves unless I went for something like The Principe Discordia or something like, something like that. But I went ahead and grabbed a light read. One of my favorite light fiction reads that I've done in recent memory is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This was an easy read. It's a fast read. It's a fun read. And it is awesome. So fun. And, it ends up being kind of light. Even though this is sci-fi and it is a time travel story and there's some mind-blowing ideas, the actual of what this story is about a guy trying to get back to his family. Trying to get back to his wife and child. So, it ends up being very enjoyable like that. Number three, Milk Chocolate. A book with a lot of hype that you want to read. So what has a lot of hype right now, because the New York Review of Books just issued a brand new edition of it. And I don't have the brand new edition, but I do have the first edition trade paperback that I want to read. So there's a lot of hype surrounding this, and we're doing a read through of it. It is JR by William Gaddis. I can't wait to read it. I know a lot about it, but hearing about the book does nothing to prepare you for actually reading a book, especially a book like this. It's a beast, right? So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to experience it myself. It's gonna be a great time. Number four, Chocolate with Caramel, a book that made you feel gooey inside. I guess that means, love is real, right? I guess that means, just kind of happy and loving and in that kind of warm place. And this year, the book that made me feel like that, just a fun, awesome read, and it is awesome, is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. There's a review of this on my channel. I read this. It was my first Austen. I read it for Jane Austen July. I didn't read this copy, the Dover Thrift. I have a Barnes & Noble edition that I read. It was pretty cool, but this one was just more on hand. It is very, very cool. Very, very fun. And number five, Wafer-free Kit Kat. I mean, what is a wafer-free Kit Kat? Is it just a piece of chocolate? What is... I don't know. I've never seen that before. Maybe it's not in United States. A book that surprised you. And Again, I read this earlier this year, and there is a video on my channel of this one too. A book that surprised me with what is actually going on, and how this writer does it, is The Passion According to G.H. by Clarice Lispector. You're not prepared. You're not prepared for Clarice Lispector's um, writing. It's amazing. She's so amazing. It's unbelievable how good of a writer she is, and the kind of thing that she does in her writing, because there's nobody else like it. It's so unique what she does. So that book definitely surprised me, and Clarice Lispector surprises me. Everything that I've read by her surprises me with what she's actually doing. It's awesome. So awesome. Snickers, a book that you're going nuts about. So, I took this one more literally, not like nuts, like peanuts or something, but a book that will make you feel like you're going nuts and completely insane is Philip K. Dick's VALIS. So I grabbed the Exegesis of Philip K. Dick because I don't have a copy of VALIS right now. I had let a buddy borrow it, and I don't know if I'm going to get it back at this point. But VALIS is an exploration of what it means to have an experience where you can't explain it, and exploring that experience as valid for yourself. But if you share that experience, then people just think you're going crazy. Like a spiritual experience, an aha moment that turns around your perception and your paradigm in which you view the world. That kind of thing is what it's exploring. Am I crazy, or am I, enlightened? It will make you question that. That's for sure. Number 7. So, hot chocolate with marshmallows. Name a comfort read. When I think of comfort reads or comforting reads that I just I take very slow and I let it just kind of wash over me, it's poetry. And it was hard to find one poet to focus on for this tag, but I couldn't help but go with Sappho. Sappho and the Greek lyric poets. This is a collection that has all the extant fragments of Sappho, but also some other Greek lyric poets. And these poets, you could sing them. You sing them in your heart of hearts as you're reading them. You're actually, like, your heart is singing. I love Sappho, for sure. Love Sappho. So that is definitely a comfort read that I love to go to and touch on from time to time. Number 8, Box of Chocolates, a series that has something for everyone. And I'm not a huge series reader when it comes down to it. I don't go for series just to do it. It takes a strong recommendation for me to read a series. But I was thinking about what series have I read that has like the most varied plot and a varied cast of characters and things like that really has something in it for anyone. And that the one that I've read that is like that fits the bill is the Dragonlance Chronicles by Margret, Weis, and Tracy Hickman. This is an old series. I read it back in school. One of the first things that I've ever read, actually. One of the first novels and series that I've ever read. And it has everything. There is adventure. It's pure fantasy. There's elves and goblins and trolls and wizards and dragons and everything in the Dragonlance trilogy, in the Chronicles here. And there's an element of love. There's an element of tragedy. There's an element of betrayal. Not everyone is going to survive in this series. They did it very well. And it's one of those things that stuck with me for a long time in my life. And I love it. I love the Dragonlance Chronicles. If any of y'all fantasy lovers out there want to get into something that is kind of like, some deep fantasy, maybe that was probably put out late 80s. Best guess, late 80s, mid to late 80s even. So, like I said, this was an old tag. It's been out like maybe 6 years or more. So I think that if I tag anybody, I'm gonna have to tag very new booktubers. Booktubers that might not have seen it, might not be around long enough to have done a lot of tags, that kind of stuff. So I'll go ahead and tag Summer over at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats. How about the Bookish Bryants? I'll tag you guys in the chocolate tag. That'll be fun to hear y'all's answers. And can I do one more? How about Josh at Working Man Reads? So we'll keep it with those three. And have a good one, BookTube. Happy Tag Tuesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.